This is Nightline.
Tonight, Denise Richards facing off in court against her estranged husband, Aaron Pfeiffer, the Bond girl.
So isn't it time you unwrapped your present?
Revealing disturbing new allegations of alleged abuse, which Pfeiffer denies.
Denise Richards has testified to some pretty gruesome details of alleged abuse, harassment, and assault.
A shocking twist from what appeared to be a loving couple on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And the old clip that now has some fans wondering, was abuse hiding in plain sight?
Don't tell me what to say. I'm gonna crush your ass.
Plus, Julia Roberts catching up with our Diane Sawyer after all these years.
Even your ears are blushing. And they were just so bright.
So red. Well, that's why I have them hidden now.
The Pretty Woman star. Now stepping into a new role as a Me Too era professor in a
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Who Do You Believe thriller.
There's so many layers of mystery going on.
Her amazing invitation to the cast.
I mean, I love a good puppy pile of people.
And Dolly Parton speaking out on Instagram.
Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard here.
What she's saying about those health rumors.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, actress Denise Richards is no stranger to the spotlight, but her allegations of abuse against soon-to-be ex-husband Aaron Pfeiffer, which he denies, have some fans wondering, what did the cameras miss?
This has been a very, very, very difficult time. It's so hard to go through a divorce. Many of you have gone through that. This isn't my first one, it's my second one.
It's been just over a month since Denise Richards took to Instagram to calmly address her divorce from her husband of 6 years, Aaron Pfeiffer. And now new details about the messy split are emerging after Richards and Pfeiffer came face to face in a Los Angeles courthouse this week. The couple have a blended family, including Richards' adopted daughter, Eloise, and the 2 daughters she shares with actor Charlie Sheen, Sammy and Lola. Now, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum alleging that her estranged husband was abusive, saying through tears, "He's almost killed me so many damn times," and entering this photo into evidence.
Everyone is intrigued by this because we know so much about Denise Richards and her family through reality TV. And now, some of the most ugly parts of her relationship with others are being put out on display through this hearing.
Richards hoping to turn a temporary restraining order she got against Pfeiffer after he filed for divorce in July into a permanent one. Pfeiffer denies claims that he was abusive, speaking outside of court this morning.
This whole thing's just been, for me, a waste of time. It's like needless.
Are you looking at this as an opportunity to clear your name, or is it about spousal support? What is this about?
No, it's to clear my name, my family name. I mean, we've been run through the mud. I want to be completely exonerated.
I don't think that anyone who was watching how they interact with one another on the series that they've been on together would even fathom the idea that there was some physical abuse that was happening between the two of them. And it's pretty shocking.
In a wild twist, there was speculation that Charlie Sheen, who was married to Richards for nearly 3 years in the early 2000s, could testify after he appeared on Pfeiffer's witness list. The former couple recently posing together on the red carpet to promote Sheen's new Netflix docuseries. Another witness listed by Pfeiffer's team, Richards' rival from The Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Brandi Glanville.
She comes on an episode and reveals that she and Denise had an affair, and that, according to Denise Richards, was far from the truth. They never had an affair.
What we've heard from Denise Richards' team is that this is just a way to embarrass her. What should happen is there will be some sort of offer of proof that Charlie Sheen or others could testify and give relevant information. If they can't, more likely than not, there won't be witnesses.
Richards taking the stand in court, describing multiple instances of Pfeiffer's alleged abuse, even claiming she was left with at least 3 concussions.
Denise Richards has testified to some pretty gruesome details of alleged abuse, harassment, and assault. These allegations are all being used to try to make a temporary restraining order into a permanent one.
Detailing in the filing, throughout our relationship, Aaron would frequently violently choke me, violently squeeze my head with both hands, tightly squeeze my arms, violently slap me in my face and head, aggressively slam my head into the bathroom towel rack, threaten to kill me. Before filing for divorce, Pfeiffer's and Richards' relationship was on full display in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The two met in 2017 and were married just months later.
The chemistry was instant. The sexual chemistry, to be very specific, was instant because she really kind of did not mute herself from talking about that and just talking about their energy and being together. They seemed to have this kind of great relationship where it was just this mutual support and mutual understanding of one another.
All right, Thor, this is why your arms are so cut. I love working out with Aaron. I forget how hot he is.
But amid the allegations, there is one clip that has resurfaced from the show's 10th season that aired in 2020.
There's an old moment that fans are pointing to and looking at a little bit differently than they were initially. So in that scene, Denise has just had a colossal blow up with all the other women. And Aaron is like, let's leave, let's get out of here.
Baby, don't say anything. We're on the camera.
Baby,
we don't need to
say
do this.
a word.
Don't tell me I want to say it. I'm going to crush your hands.
It was a complete departure from, I think, the respectful, supportive husband that he had presented himself to be before that moment. And certainly in light of the allegations, you just look at that and think perhaps there was something going on in front of the cameras and we all just didn't pay attention to it when it happened.
Richards also alleges she often covered her bruises, but included one picture as a court exhibit where she says she forgot to cover up bruises on her arm. She describes another incident that took place in Malibu in 2022. She alleges, quote, Aaron resumed screaming, then used the heel of his palm to strike me in the eye. The family member present witnessed the assault and immediately retrieved frozen food to reduce the swelling. Richards, including a picture in court filings of the black eye she says Pfeiffer's caused that day. That family member, Pfeiffer's cousin, Dr. Kathleen McAllister, taking the stand and echoing Richards' account.
Dr. Kathleen McAllister testified that she was a witness to some of the abuse, one of which was when she described Aaron taking the palm of his hand and forcing it into the face of Denise Richards, to which she had quickly had a black eye. She is the cousin of Aaron Pfeiffer's, giving some credibility to her testimony, but Aaron Pfeiffer's attorneys have tried to poke holes in her testimony, trying to destroy or dismantle her credibility.
Pfeiffer's denies all abuse, including causing that black eye.
When asked about Denise Richards' black eye, Aaron Pfeiffer said that she had in fact fallen into a pool and that she was drinking tequila. She had slurred speech and was stumbling, and again, denied that he was the cause of that black eye.
His attorneys requesting a motion for the restraining order to be dismissed.
Pfeiffer's and his attorneys are responding to the abuse allegations by flat out denying them, saying they never happened, and making the argument that a permanent restraining order is not necessary because Denise is in fact reaching out to him, going to his home, trying to make contact in different ways that would suggest she is not fearful of Aaron Pfeiffer's and therefore does not need a permanent restraining order.
Instead, Pfeiffer's alleging that it was actually Richards who attacked and harassed him many times. He also accused her of being unfaithful and dishonest. Outside of court today, also saying the divorce is causing him financial trouble.
I've been financially strained for the last 100 days. I mean, it's been pretty bad.
But it's not the first time Richards has had to deal with her personal life splashed all over the headlines. The Bond girl.
So isn't it time you unwrapped your present?
Oh, I think so.
Also known for her role in Wild Things.
Never let the sun go down on an argument.
Had a famously public divorce from 2.5 Men actor Charlie Sheen.
I am not in denial about anything. I am a young, vibrant man in the prime of my life.
At the time, he was one of Hollywood's biggest stars.
And this is the pool.
Richards spoke to me about their breakup back in 2011.
So this is the other half of the project, is the yard.
Exciting. You're a goody two-shoes. How did you fall in love with him?
The man that I divorced wasn't the man that I married. When I met Charlie, he was sober for 3 years, and I admired his sobriety and how he worked on himself and how humble he was, and we just had a deep connection.
But in 2005, after almost 3 years of marriage, Richards filed for a divorce while 6 months pregnant with their second child, Lola. The split becoming the scandal that took Hollywood by storm, immediate fodder for tabloids. That public divorce first led her to reality TV, which would dominate her career for the next decade plus.
Don't do it anymore. Don't do it. I'm going to ask you.
Joining, leaving, then coming back to The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And true to her dramatic roots,
Been an actress in this business for a long time.
her time on the series, something to remember.
I am Denise Richards, Kyle. I don't think these know.
And her latest project, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things. Giving the world a new glimpse at her life beyond Hollywood, from her family
How are you?
to her famous friends.
Look, this is beautiful.
Before he filed for divorce, Vipers was actually featured on the show. My colleague Stephanie Ramos asked Richards about that earlier this year.
What was his reaction to doing this show?
Well, after Housewives, he's like, I think this one will be great. Although he was so supportive of Housewives, too.
But that seemingly supportive relationship now at the center of this ugly court battle. The next hearing set for October 17th.
If Denise Richards is successful in obtaining a permanent restraining order, that restraining order could last for up to 5 years. If Aaron Vipers violates that permanent restraining order, he can serve up to 3 years in prison and be fined up to $10,000.
Denise Richards really is the queen of reinvention. She's gone through a lot of trauma. She's gone through public heartbreak before. She's going through it again right now. And it seems like she might want to take this chapter of her life back to her fans while she's rebuilding and gives us what's coming next.
Up next, Oscar winner Julia Roberts one-on-one with our Diane Sawyer, decades after their first interview, circling back on a certain question, how she answers this time. Welcome back. Julia Roberts, long known as America's sweetheart, now a veteran actor, arguably at the height of her powers, sitting down with our own Diane Sawyer to reflect on her new movie and the conversations it's already sparking about truth and loyalty against the backdrop of the Me Too movement.
Julia Roberts arrives.
Tense up, everybody. Tense up.
Me.
I told her the new movie is so provocative.
New question.
I keep wrestling with it, changing my mind.
I'll just tell you what I think.
Okay.
You could go home if you want, because I really have so much I'd like to say.
I want to know what you think.
In the film, she plays a powerful but mysterious Yale professor at the center of a quartet of great actors. She's trying to piece together a kind of Me Too puzzle, an accusation against her close colleague and competitor by her student and protege. So who is telling the whole truth?
What are you saying happened? There's so many layers of mystery going on. I mean, I know there's sort of the obvious question of an incident and who's telling the truth, but who is ever telling the truth or not, and why in this movie is what's so interesting to me.
She is challenging to Io Adebari, who plays the graduate student from a powerful family, as the film asks, do we know everything about her motives?
I don't feel comfortable having this conversation with you anymore.
Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable, Maggie. Not everything is supposed to be a lukewarm bath for you to sink into until you fall asleep and drown. And it's been really such a beautiful thing to sit next to Io, who I really admire and adore, and to listen to the words she chooses and the way that she sees the world in this movie.
And Julia's character is just as challenging to her friend, that professor played by Andrew Garfield. Charismatic, untamed. She says, watch his intensity. This was his first scene on his first day on set.
You know the truth, and you won't say it because it'll make you look bad. You're gonna ruin me, ruin my life, and you can easily stop it.
You give me too much power, Hank. I did not do this. You did this to yourself. First take just blows in and has this great scene, and you know, it's a long scene, and then it's over, you know, cut, and I was just like, oh, I'm sweating.
And at the center of it all, the question, what do we do with loyalty and doubt?
And having an ability to share opinions, to disagree, to have discourse, and leave room for the person opposite you having these conversations.
It's almost as if, is there a place beyond all these certainties that we can just meet and grapple together?
That is so perfectly said. So perfectly said.
The actors and their director had a chance to talk about all this when they made the unconventional decision to live together at Julia's house for a couple of weeks before filming. She and her husband, cinematographer Danny Moder, cooked the food. I still can't believe that you all had God's sleepaway camp at your house, and everybody got to come stay at your house.
I mean, I love a good puppy pile of people. As you know, some days it felt like tight corners, and some days it's like, do we have any more clean forks? Somebody wash some forks. But it was great, and I think it was the fast track to the inside of each other.
I told her some writers are calling her performance astonishing, powerful. The monumental center, the coiled spring. You can stop me. Or
Did you write all these things, Diane? Thank you.
Last night. Do you like them? Truly breathtaking. And that you get the varying shades of earnestness, caginess, altruism, and selfishness.
Wow.
Of being a human.
Will you send that to Danny?
She is now 57 years old, but it's always tempting to roll back the tape on her amazing career. An Oscar winner for Erin Brockovich.
I love the world. I'm so happy. Thank you.
A Pretty Woman.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
And that first burst into the screen behind the counter in Mystic Pizza.
Dirtbag.
When I first interviewed her early on, she was still so vulnerable, maybe trying to find her way.
You know what I love the most about this moment? What? Even your ears are blushing. Your ears are blushing. I mean,
I'm telling you, my heart is racing right now.
And they were just so bright.
So red. Well, that's why I have them hidden now.
Now she's a woman in full command with the lucky gift of a 23-year marriage and 3 grown children she adores. So I thought I'd go back to a question I asked that young woman long ago. What does she hope heaven will be like?
There would be music. There would be dancing. Everybody would have wings in any color, in like their favorite color, right? And then at night, when everyone went to bed, it'd be really, really quiet. And then you just hear little bells in the very background that you could only hear if you really listened. I stand by my responses, yes.
And do you want to amend anything in heaven now?
I think we need a bigger table.
Our thanks to Diane. After the Hunt opens Friday. When we come back,
there's just a lot of rumors flying around.
Dolly Parton takes to Instagram to reassure fans. And finally tonight, Dolly Parton reassuring fans on Instagram that rumors of her declining health were greatly exaggerated.
Well, today's October the 8th, and obviously I'm here doing some commercials for the Grand Ole Opry, which is why I'm dressed kind of like a country western girl. Anyway, I wanted to put everybody's mind at ease, those of you that seem to be real concerned, which I appreciate, but I wanted you to know that I'm not dying, but I figured if you heard it from me, you'd know that I was okay. I don't think God is through with me, and I ain't done working. So I love you for caring, and keep praying for me.
You go, Dolly. That's Nightline. Watch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here same time tomorrow with a look at fake Ozempic and illicit weight loss drugs flooding the internet. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.